Please help me greet your neighbor to the left, to the right as you take your seats. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, 1 to 8. Ecclesiastes 3, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. I want all of us to read. We are getting to verse 8. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which was planted. A time to kill, a time to heal. Can we read? A time to break down and a time to build up. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to cast stones and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to get and a time to lose. A time to keep and a time to cast away. A time to rend and a time to sow. A time to keep silence and a time to speak. The last verse, everybody. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of... What's the most consistent word in all that we have read? Time. Time. We are good students. 1 Chronicles 12:32. Time. Time. And of the children, can we read one to go? And which one? $200, and all their brethren were at their... They were men that had understanding of what? Times. Psalm 90 verse 12. Psalm 90 and verse 12. So, teach us to number our days, that we may apply our heart unto wisdom. Make that prayer one more time. Say, Father, teach me to number my days so that I can apply my heart to wisdom. Say it one more time. Say, Jesus, help me to number my days so that I can apply my heart to wisdom. Amen. Genesis 41 from verse 1. Let's read to verse 12. I hope you like reading the Bible. 1 to go. And it came to pass at the end of the full year, of 2 full years, that Pharaoh dreamed, and behold, he stood by the river. And behold, there came up out of the river 7 well-favored kine and fat-fleshed, and they fed in mildew. And behold, 7 other kine came up after them out of the river, ill-favored and lean-fleshed, and stood by the other kine upon the brink of the river. And the ill-favored and lean-fleshed kine did eat up the 7 well-favored fat. So Pharaoh awoke, and he slept and dreamed the second time, and behold, 7 ears of corn came up upon one stalk, rank and good. And behold, 17 ears, and blasted with the east wind, sprung up after them. And the 17 ears devoured the 7 rank and full ears. And Pharaoh awoke, and behold, it was a dream. And it came to pass in the morning that his spirit was troubled, and he sent and called for all the magicians of Egypt and all the wise men thereof. And Pharaoh told them his dream, but there was none that could interpret them unto Pharaoh. Your time is coming. Then spake the chief butler unto Pharaoh, saying, I do remember my faults this day. Pharaoh was wroth with his servant and put me in ward in the captain of the guard's house, both me and the chief baker. And we dreamed a dream in one night, I and he. We dreamed each man according to the interpretation of his dream. Verse 12. And there was there with us a young man, an Hebrew servant to the captains of the guard. And we told him, and he interpreted to us our dream. To each man according to his dream, he did interpret. Let's continue. Verse 13. And it came to pass, as he interpreted unto us, so it was. And him hanged. Then Pharaoh sent and called Joseph, and they brought him hastily out of the dungeon. And he shaved himself and changed his raiment and came in unto Pharaoh. Look at the neighbor, say they brought him hastily. Yes. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, I have dreamed a dream, and there is none that can interpret it. And I have heard say of thee that thou canst understand a dream to interpret it. And Joseph answered Pharaoh, saying, it is not in me. God shall give Pharaoh an answer of peace. Hallelujah. Let's stop here. We are all Bible students. Most of us grew up in church, so you know the remaining part of the story. He told Pharaoh the dream. And yesterday I was talking to the church extraordinary people yesterday evening. I said to them, one of the ways God leads is through dreams. But for you to trust your dream must be that you have the accurate interpretation of the dream. If you read this Bible now, this story we just read now, 7 fat cows, 7 lean ones, and then the corns. Is there anything by interpretation? If they tell you to interpret it, will you ever interpret the 7 fat cows as 7 years of plenty? No way. You will even say the cow is demonic. Do you understand? It takes the spirit of grace to get accurate interpretation. I always give this example every time I talk about it. You are trusting God to get married, and suddenly you saw this handsome brother in your dream, and it was your wedding day, and he was wearing coat instead of suit. You were wearing wedding gown, but he was on a bicycle, and you climbed the bicycle. And in the dream, he was climbing up the mountain. And you woke up from that dream and you are excited that you have found husband. You didn't notice that on your special day, they were carrying you on a bicycle, poverty. You didn't notice that you were climbing the mountain on a bicycle, suffering. All you saw that you are wearing white gown. So until accurate interpretation is given, dream cannot be valid. And it takes the Holy Spirit. So you now hear when they said, I heard you interpret dreams. The guy said, no, it's not in me. God shall give Pharaoh an answer of peace. At the root of greatness is meekness. Are we together? But that's not my teaching this morning. I'm looking at what I titled the law of seasons. I want you to know that we rise in this kingdom by the mysteries we know. Mysteries of the kingdom are simply secrets of how this kingdom operates. And by assessing the mysteries, you rise. So Jesus said in Mark 4, unto you it is given to know the mysteries of the kingdom. That there are things that we know inside this kingdom that makes it that while other people are saying there is a casting down, we are saying there is a lifting up. Mark 4:11. And he said unto them, unto you is given to know the mystery of the kingdom of God. But unto them that are without, all these things are done in. So there is something in the kingdom that makes your results better than the results of your friends. It's called the mystery of the kingdom. And if you don't know it, you will suffer severe consequences like unbelievers. I say, no matter what you do, if you don't understand the truth and apply it, your life will not move forward. Your life will not move forward. So, the dream Pharaoh had, he had it twice. If you read down, when Joseph started interpreting the dream, Joseph said, this dream came twice because he's sure. There is nothing you can do about it. So what I'm teaching you now is not about Pharaoh. It's about how life operates. You can't fast it away. You can't pray it away. That you are good doesn't make you not to experience it. That you are bad doesn't exempt it from you. It's a law that applies to every human. The law of seasons. Please open your ears and listen to what I want to share with you this morning. Have you ever driven a car before without wiper in dry season, January, February, March? Do you feel any bad? Do you feel anything bad? Talk, Until you get into June, July, August, September. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, certain things you might be doing that are wrong. You may be enjoying it because the season for the consequences has not come. Please pay attention. So, we are talking about financial breakthrough and all those things. But this morning, there was a teacher I prepared since Tuesday to teach. But yesterday night, God just kept telling me, move to this thing. Not to make you feel bad though, you are enjoying your beer now. There is a season of your life you will reach. They will now start asking you, do you drink? You say yes. They say, oh, this is diabetes. We have to amputate the leg. Do you smoke? Oh, this is liver cirrhosis. At the 7 years of plenty, you can be chopping life and not know that the 7 years of famine is coming. Please pay attention. I also want to encourage you. There are things you are doing now. People are looking at you and calling you Jew man. Thinking that you are wasting your time serving God because a season has not opened. So when you see Noah laboring to build the ark, you will think Noah is foolish. Others are enjoying. Noah is busy building ark. Where have you seen rain before? Until the rain started. No matter how prayerful you are, raining season is coming. And no matter how much we are enjoying this raining season, dry season is on the way coming. That is how life is wired. Ecclesiastes 3, there is time for everything and a season for every purpose under heaven. If you understand to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. If you understand the law of seasons, your life will not become a history. Lord, help me to teach this accurately. Write it down. No season remains forever. No season remains forever. 7 fat cows, 7 years of plenty. What does it mean? 3 things. Ease. There is a season of your life where you enjoy ease. Secondly, it means season of opportunities. The third is season of investment. Sorry, the first is season of ease. Second is season of abundance. The third is season of opportunities. Season of ease, everything is easy. You are in school now. Uncle is sending money. Auntie is sending money. Daddy is sending money. That one is sending money. Until you graduate, suddenly they will tell you have graduated. That season has ended. There is a season everybody wants to marry you. There is a season you are begging for somebody to say hi. I don't want you to feel bad with what I want to preach this morning. I'm not preaching you. I'm just trying to make you think. Are you understand what I'm saying? So please, let's open our hearts and flow. There is a season of ease. There is a season of abundance. There is a season of opportunities. Opportunity to know God. Opportunity to invest in your life. Opportunity to maximize destiny. That season will come. Listen, those of you that are single, a season is coming when you be pregnant. A season is coming when you will want to fast, but the baby in your womb wants to eat. So the question is, do you fast the fast that can protect you in the season when you want to fast, but you can't fast? By the time Pharaoh sent for Joseph, he said he sent for him hastily. So it's not the time the job has come. He said, let me now go and get my master's. By the time of waiting, you should have got some masters. Now we are looking for someone that already has the masters. It's not someone that wants to start the process. Are you understand what I'm saying? No season is permanent. No season is permanent. Every birthday you are celebrating, season is changing. That's why I say, teach us to number our days. Not so that we can know how old we are. You know how old you are. He said, teach us to number our days so that we can apply our hearts to wisdom. So that you can know that season is changing. You will not have this energy forever. As a young boy growing up in this city, there was a time Kanu Ampo was the talk of the city. Kanu Ampo will come back, Papilo. I will trek from prefab. Aladema. I will trek to township school just to go and see him tap ball. He comes to do training in township school. Once is a news that Kanu is back, all of us will rush to go and watch ball. The same Kanu can enter Owerri now. I won't move anywhere. You must know you don't have the stage forever. The strength you have now, the contacts, the opportunities will not last forever. Look at your grandmother in the village. She's going around the village without wearing bra. She was once like you. Look at your grandfather. He was once energetic like you. Times and seasons. Times and seasons. Life is brief, so we must genuinely cry to God to teach us to number our days. Have you seen old people today that are walking alone? You go to your village, grandfather there's a man in my village, he died this year. He pained me, I didn't even want to go and see again. His children abandoned him. He got to the point where he will poo and eat his poo. Even though wicked people too, he does a lot of things. So his children too said, if they go and see him, he wants to exchange his life with another person's life. Let him stay there, and when he's tired, he should die. The question is, now you are young. Do you know you will be old? Husband, now you have energy. Do you know this energy you are using to beat your wife? A time is going to come, she'll be the one pushing you in the wheelchair. God forbid. A time is going to become, this strength you have now, you won't have it. One of us, a daughter in this house, most of you know her, Nkem. She gave birth in the UK. And she called us to see the baby and say, my mom. I said, what of your mom? She said, mommy has come for Omubo. My wife now said, she cannot go without her husband though. I said, there is no way she will go with her husband. This is Omubo. As we were talking, I was talking with the mom. The mom said, daddy is here. Oh. My wife said, I told you, two of them are inseparable. Are you understand what I'm saying? So the woman is going to Omubo, the husband is going. Why? When they were growing, they grew together. Times and seasons. Now you are the man of the house. You are beating the children, scaring the children, beating their mother. A time is going to come when those children will grow and they won't send you. They will pick their mother and leave you in Gopala to suffer. I'm telling you, I'm not trying to make you laugh. I'm telling you very serious. I want to just focus on my teaching. consciousness of what I'm teaching makes you to maximize season. There is a season when there is abundance. Don't eat alone. Don't rise alone. The politicians said that remain relevant are politicians that when they rose, they lifted small boys. So you see their boys. So even though they have retired, then people they positioned in custom, the people they positioned in police, the people they positioned in judiciary, all of them are loyal to him. We had a state where they put state of emergency. Somebody said, a structure brought you in. You can't kick out the structure. And the person feels, I am in charge. But you are in charge. Every other person around you is put in by this other man. And they are loyal to him. There is no way you can survive that kind of rebellion. But if that man didn't have loyalists, they would have asked him out of that city. But as he's rising, there is somebody too, a president of a nation I know. His boys are everywhere. You know the president of that nation? Don't eat alone. A day will come when you will need people that you have raised to speak for you. Understand times and seasons. Thank you, Jesus. Changing seasons. You must be aware and start preparing. So as the rain is falling, start preparing for planting season. That dry season will soon start. As dry season is in, start preparing for rainy season. Be aware it will change. That's what I want to emphasize this morning. Have you bought a product before? Every time my wife sends me to buy gala, she will insist, make sure you check the expiry date. Make sure you check the expiry date. Because when you buy the gala, there is a place they write manufactured, date of manufacturing. The next thing you will see is best before. There are things that are done best before you are 30. There are things that are done best before you are 40. If you are not aware, you will be enjoying. Do you understand? I am shining. And you don't know that you are moving to 40. That it is best before. Imagine, Uncle Ozioma, you are entering primary school now. I hope you know there is late education. There is no need to allow you to write common entrance. Just be passing and be going. I understand. There is nothing it's almost like a useless education. Because there was a season you should have gone through primary school. If you have understood my introduction, let me now go to the main teaching. That life is categorized in 4 seasons. Number 1 is the morning season. The morning season is called the first 25, 0 to 25 years. This is a season where you can make mistake and be forgiven. It's a season of learning, 0 to 25. What must you do in this season? Number 1, you must find Christ. If you don't find Christ before you are 25, if you get born again at 30, it's already late. Number 2, is a season you must be filled with the Holy Spirit. Number 3, is the season to master the mysteries of the kingdom. Number 4, is a season to build strategic destiny relationships. There are people you are going to meet in your university days. There are people you are going to meet in your NYSC. Strategic destiny relationships. For example, even in the natural, the things we see in the natural from technology tells you the wisdom of the spirit realm. That in the natural, you have what we call power bank. Do you understand? You have inverter. That they can take light, you switch over to inverter, and there is still light. So when you hear that the path of the just is like a shining light that shines brighter and brighter unto a perfect day, it doesn't mean that the just does not go through the various seasons, night, day. Is that there is now a technology that the just has mastered that makes night look like day. There is a wisdom of the power bank that you have stored charges inside the power bank that if they take light, your phone can still be on. While everybody in the room, you call them, their number is switched off. You are still getting call because when there was light, you had wisdom to know that this light will not be 24 hours, that this is Nigeria. And you bought a power bank. Now there is money. Now you are earning. You will not earn always. The first 25 is a season of building destiny relationship, mastering the mysteries of the kingdom. And then the second phase is called the afternoon state. Let me just, I like talking relationship. Let me shift a little and just give every young man here advice. If you are 40 and you want to marry, it is not wisdom to be dating an 18-year-old girl. She is still doing rehearsal. She wants to enjoy heartbreak. She wants to serve somebody breakfast. At your age 40, if they serve you breakfast, where will you start again? She has time to waste. You don't have time to waste. Are you understand what I'm saying? At that age, you need to look for somebody. I always say, there is somebody that has her yes. 70% of her yes is in her hand. If she tells you yes, is yes. At her age, you can tell her parents, I know who I want to marry. You can't talk, I'm marrying that guy. And the family will bow. Not 18-year-old girl. She tells you yes, you put ring, she collects. Go and see her papa now. Are you understand what I'm saying? So you must know the various, that morning season is not a season to be careless. Let me also say to you. So it is also risky that you are in your morning season and your best friends are people in their night season or evening season and you are living like them. What you should glean from them is wisdom, not their lifestyle presently. So because of the way this church is structured, I'm seeing somebody in JS3, somebody in SS3, sitting beside somebody that have graduated, sitting beside somebody that is working. So while I am talking relationship, the JS3 girl, if she's not wise, think I'm talking about her. Are you understand what I'm saying? At evening, you can afford to sleep. At morning, you can't afford to sleep. It's time to deploy all your energy. We finished night vigil. From night vigil, we went home. I had a meeting from 7 a.m. to 8:30 from that night vigil on Friday. 2 p.m. I was out of the house for another meeting. 4 p.m. I was with Church Extraordinary. Went home. By 12, I was awake. From 12 till almost 5 a.m. I was awake. Trying to sleep by 5 a.m. I'm here now. I won't do it like that every time. By the time you reach 60, 70, medical doctors will start advising you, Papa, slow down before you have stroke. But at this stage, Abanoke take lekrona pakra can desire that if you sleep 8 hours every day, out of 24 hours, you have slept 1/3 of your life. So that by the time you are 30, you have spent 10 years to sleep. That when you are 30 years old, you have spent 10 years. So out of the remaining 20 years, you have also taken like 4 hours every day to do social media. So if they count the number of useful years, you are almost not anywhere. There is a time to labor. There is a time to start building your house. There is a time you have energy to go and do site supervision. There is a time you should know that I and my wife should not be a tenant at 50. But now you are chopping life. Everything is just coming. You are not aware that I should store power. That this light will not be every day. This contract will not come every day. First 25. The second 25 is from 26 to 50, we call it afternoon season. Afternoon season is a season of acting. It's a season of execution. It's a season of execution. It's a time to walk in the fullness of your assignment. And then we have what we call the evening season. That's from 51 to 75. We call it the legacy stage. The institution building stage, where you build institutions that outlive you. Where you focus on raising the next generation. How to know you are successful is the next generation. How many people in the next generation are loyal to your thought pattern? How many people are loyal to your belief system? Is not in your generation, it's the next generation. When you look at your children, how many of your children got your wisdom in politics? How many of them got your wisdom in economics? That's how to know you succeeded. I pity, I keep saying it. You know, when I look at some people, I just laugh. Is that they don't understand season. We are doing night vigil, your children are at home, because you don't want mosquito to bite them. And then you'll be surprised when they are 18, they're going to nightclub. Because train up a child in the way he should grow. When he grows, he will not depart. You train a child, not a teenager, not an adult. So, they are with you now, they will not be with you forever. What you do with them now shows whether you are intelligent about times and season or you are ignorant. Oh, this is the time banking is carrying you, work is carrying you. I really don't have time. I really don't have time. When you have time, they are no longer around. They are no longer around. Once they reach 13, 14, you start hearing my best friend, my bestie. They go to secondary school. They are not coming back. From boarding house, they enter university. From university, they marry. So at that age now, you will now be 78. You will be missing them. You are calling cheap boy. When are you coming back? Coming back to see do what? The chemistry was not built when it should be built. There are wives that focus on their children. How great you are. Those children will soon marry and leave two of you. So you hear people telling you their parents are planning divorce. I'm talking to somebody. How old is the marriage? 35 years. What are they divorcing for? Is that now all of you that kept us together, now all of you have left. Let's go our way. There is nothing to talk with this woman. The wisdom of season and time. Listen to Joseph. Listen to Joseph. It will happen. They don't fast it away. God forbid will not solve it. So I wrote on my status yesterday when I was studying this. If you are awake, you will see it around 2 a.m. I say, comfort kills more than discomfort. Your purpose is at risk when you get comfortable. My wife will keep saying, he says she doesn't want anybody that is a student to live in our house. Because if you live in our house, you will likely fail. The atmosphere in the house doesn't challenge you as a university student to start reading. Everything is comfortable. You have light. You have food to eat. You open fridge, you see food. You don't even remember you should fast. The phase where we are, we're walking. The next thing, we are going out for church. We are coming back. We are going out for church activity. That is not what you need. Don't hang around people that will give you comfort when you should be laboring. That's why most Nigerian politicians, their children can't do politics. Because the ruggedness, you went from Nigerian road transport chairman to become local government chairman, to become, you understand what I'm saying? The Aburu thing. You now put your children in Manchester University, they say, they don't have street life. They come back, they say, hey, they're wrong. Because you pampered them out of what should have made them. As a pastor now, you fought your lion and your bear. But now you want to protect your children. Let them not say pastor's child is masturbating. Let them not say pastor's child. A child is a child. Let them grow and fight their battles. That's how they are made. So that if you want to hand over to your child, did your child get your heart? Did life deal with your child and he knew how to fight life? It's not when you die and the ministry have crisis, the ministry will die. It's not a fight. The wisdom of Joseph. So why you should be preparing? You are busy criticizing people on stage, and you are not aware that your own time is getting closer. Joseph was not busy criticizing Potiphar. You don't even know what is happening in your house. If I wanted to rape your wife, I would have raped your wife. You won't even know. You're not even care. No, Joseph was busy developing skill because his own time is coming when life will still ask him questions. Stop being busy criticizing others. Start developing. Your turn is coming. Your stage is coming. You will soon be a married woman. Stop looking at girls. Hey, you see girls. So is somebody that gave birth to this girl? Can you imagine what somebody's time said? Are you building character to be a mother? Are you reading books? Because your stage is coming. I am here now as a pastor of True Light. By every probability, in the next 50 years, I won't be jumping like this. There will be younger people seated in this congregation now that will be the pastors. So while I am here now telling you what I am doing, are you preparing? Because they will call you in a haste. Life will make demand on you in a hurry. Look at you now. You can look back yesterday when you are in secondary school. You are the one now breastfeeding a child. Can you believe that? How time and season change. You know, I was talking to one of our daughters before she married. I said, there is a grace on your life. But if you don't step into this dimension before you marry, when you marry, you will likely lose your ministry. You see the way Abe is doing now as a single girl. She has created a niche that even if she marries, her voice will not be lost. But if you are still doing, they are still begging you to come for prayer rehearsal, begging you to sing. By the time you marry, your music career has died. The demands of raising children, you don't have the discipline to maintain raising children and maintaining your ministry as a prayer person. So you will forfeit your calling. So let me just focus on my children. Times and seasons. Let's begin to round up. So what did? That's 41. Let's read from 38 to 53. And then we'll end from there. Have you been blessed? 41 from 38. The Joseph's wisdom. Let's look at what Joseph now said. Can we read? And Pharaoh said unto his servant, can we find such a one as discreet, in whom the Spirit of God is? And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, for as much as God has showed thee all this, there is none discreet and wise as thou art. 40. Thou shalt be over my house, and according to thy word shall all my people be ruled. Only in the throne will I be greater than you. Continue. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, see, I have set thee over the land of Egypt. Look at everybody say season. Yesterday he was a prisoner, but today he's over the land of Egypt. Stop getting bothered that you are doing the right thing and the result has not happened. It will soon switch. It will soon switch. Continue. And Pharaoh said, and took off his ring from his hand and put it upon Joseph's hand and arrayed him in vestures, fine linen, and put a gold chain upon his neck. And he made him to ride in the second chariot. Seasons. And they cried before him and bowed the knee and made him ruler over all the land of Egypt. The same place he was a prisoner. The same place he was a house help. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, I am Pharaoh. Without thee shall no man lift up his hand or foot in all the land of Egypt. And Pharaoh called Joseph's name Zaphtana, and he gave him to wife. This is another story. He gave him a native doctor's daughter as wife. Look at it now. The daughter of Potiphar's priest of On. And Joseph went over all the land, went out over all the land of where? Egypt. And Joseph was 30 years old when he stood before Pharaoh, king of Egypt. Why should Bible tell us how old he was? Teach us to number our days. He was 30 years old. How old are you? He has completed the first phase, the first 25. He has entered into the building phase, the second 25. That was when he started on the throne. The same thing, David was 30 years old when they made him king over Israel and Judah. The same thing, Jesus was 30 years old when the heavens opened and the Spirit said, this is my beloved Son in whom I am well pleased. But check all of them. Before they were 30, they were at the age of 12. He was gaining wisdom, reading books, talking with philosophers. So at the age of 12, he was doing what he should be doing in the first 25. While other people are still battling with youthful exuberance. Nah, boy died. Nah, boy died. Nah, boy died. He was already seeing there is a future ahead. That this is not the time to try gambling. This is not the time let me try SK. Let me try this one. This is not the time. A season is going to change now. Next verse. When I see people, you just sack trouser. At 28. At 28. If you read Nigerian history, it's just unfortunate they don't teach history again. Do you know that they were president of Nigeria at 30? Somebody was a president at 29. Go on. Somebody was a president at 33. When did Ojukwu speak and the whole Biafra land stood up? 32. How old are you? It's the same year calendar, January to December. When you hear 32, it's not as if it's 32 is not, sometimes when I read Bible, I used to think 40 years is half. They just count in 6 months, 1 year, 6 months. That it cannot, there's no way somebody can stand before Goliath at the age of 17. But it's the real 17, is the 17. Why you are fighting is that your own 17 was wasted. You can't believe somebody can achieve something at 17. Wake up! Wake up. He stood there at 30. I look at myself, I put myself under some strange pressure. Listening to Bishop Edebo, this is 71st birthday. He said, this is our 29th year of being in the air. By next year, to be 30 years on the air. What? They have been flying for 30 years. Minus 30 from 71. That's how many? 41 years. At the age of 41, that commission bought aircrafts. At 41, I'm struggling to buy church land. What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? Your mates have finished at 30 to give birth. At 30, you are still doing hookup. When will your mother see her grandchildren? Why are you that heartless? When you number your days, you apply your heart to wisdom. Everybody will be thinking you are mad. Why are you under pressure? Why are you pushing? There is something I told you before. My father gave that to me when he was 71. At 100, we didn't have house. They will be telling us, cops don't get built. They will put your father in the canopy outside. So when I came into ministry, when I looked at my family, I knew shame was facing me. That if this man died, the people will gather. Hey, 100 and something old man died. Let's go and bury him. Only to get there, he doesn't have a place. But children are a reward from the Lord. That the battle that defeated my father, the shame that came on my mother, God brought me to wipe that shame. And I can't be careless about life. He died at 105. Died a celebrity. Went home with Hummer Jeep. That's what they carried the corpse with. They didn't put him in one side. They did the burial in the school field. Put canopy around the field. People gathered because a son rose. A child is born, but a son is a gift. To us a child is born, unto us a son, a daughter is given. Please wake up. Your family is waiting for you. Wake up. No, go back. Let's finish it. My time is already... Put back for me my Joseph. And Joseph was 30 when he stood before Pharaoh. And Joseph went out from the presence of Pharaoh and went throughout all the land of Egypt. Maybe just get to verse 53 because of time. And in the 7 years of plenty, so the 7 years of plenty started. Some of you now say, Nakaba Saka. But in the 7 years of plenty, he was removing 20%. He was removing 20%. He was removing 20%. Verse 53. And the 7 years of plenteousness. And the 7 years of plenteousness that was in the land of Egypt were ended. It will end. It will end. Let nobody deceive. This thing you are enjoying will end. So in the midst of the enjoyment, you must be conscious that it will end. There were names in Nigerian football that if you mention them, if they are coming to the stadium, will gather. Not to play football, just we want to see Taribo West. Growing up, it was something else. Today, if I mention him, some of you may not even know him. You are not even interested. It will end. But there are people that have built structures that even when their season have ended, they remain transgenerationally relevant. That's what I'm teaching you. And the 7 years of death began to come, according as Joseph have said. And the death was in all lands, but in the land of Egypt, there was bread. Listen, write it down in capital letter. Time swallows time. Time swallows time. That this person now living big, that there is something that can happen. You sell all your properties in 2 years. Time eats time. Wake up. Wake up. Let's end. What do we do in the time of plenty? Number one, build capacity. In the time of plenty, build capacity. Build intellectual capacity. Now you still have time to go to school. Go to school. Build spiritual capacity. He said, know the Lord your God, serve him before the evil days come. When you say, my soul has no pleasure in this thing, you are in the bank, we are doing watching just confession. You can't come out for morning session unless they grant you leave. You are doing Omubo, you can't come out. Are you aware that season will come? What are you doing now? Serve God with all your heart, so that when that season comes, you know, I did my best. I did my best. You will not be this free forever. Build capacity. Number two, build quality relationships. Ecclesiastes 4:9-12. Build quality relationship. One of the prayers I started praying recently is, Lord, give me quality seeds. David prayed and said, Lord, deliver me from wicked children. Psalm 144. Unreasonable children. Build quality. Ecclesiastes 4 from verse 9. Yes. 2 are better than 1 because they have a good reward for their labor. Quality is not that they have a good reward for his labor. For their labor means 2 of them are laborers. One of us is here. I won't mention your name, but I was watching his status. Don't feel embarrassed. I was watching his status yesterday, and I saw his business place. He's not married, but in the video, they didn't know my eyes will see something like that. Maybe, but the video tried to remove the. You understand what I'm saying? I saw the girlfriend doing the same business with him. I said, your wife is hardworking. He said, Pastor, hey. I was just trying to pull his leg. They are not married though. But the girl comes out to his business premises and helps in what he's doing. They shall have a reward for their, not for his labor. Stop being a parasite. Visit the girl's house only to eat indomie and go home and gist her. And you are not ashamed she's bringing the money. Somebody say hi to you. You use bill and finish him because you are a girl. Their labor, we are laboring together. I'm growing. My wife is growing. She's doing some things now that in the next 1-2 years she can come out and something big can happen for her because she developed herself in her own line. Just sit down. They don't marry me now. It's for their labor. Next, for if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he has not another to help him. Some of our parents, this is their greatest pain. They had people all around them when they had money, but they never had friends. You can have people that are rejoicing that you won election. They are not happy for you. They are seeing themselves as the next commissioner. As long as people can see you as a ladder to climb and rise, they will keep using you. I've told myself, I won't wed anybody that is not dedicated in this church. Forget it. Talk all the nonsense you want to talk. I won't wed you. Very big man sitting down. When it's time to wed him, you now carry he goat and bring for me. As if I'm a native doctor. Papa, I'm wedding. I'm finding a way to even not to dedicate people that are not dedicated. Dedicate your child by yourself. People will use you. Wake up and look for genuine friends. They are scarce, but they are available. Are you understand what I'm saying? Not everybody around you like you. They like you for what they can get from you. A politician cried woefully. He lost election. 2 months after he lost election was December. Or 3 months before then was December. They came to his house in December. Everywhere was scanty. He was telling the pastor that went to see him, he said, before now, you will see cows everywhere. You see cows. You have like over 20 cows. People that bring for me cows. He said, not one came this December. Why? There's nothing to gain from him. He's no longer governor. Pray for genuine friends. In your season of abundance, choose Ababekatena. Lucy, who can you call by 1 a.m. and he endangers his life to your house? I said, no, you can't die. I'm taking you to the hospital. Whatever is the cost. Who can stand in fasting? We were with one big person on Friday, my wife and some people, and the man was talking to us. He told the story, but I was hearing another thing. He said he had a friend. They were in the same church. The friend has miscarried. The wife has miscarried like 4 or 5 times. They are 4 years in marriage, no child. He said he has finished giving birth. He didn't want to give birth again. But they were in a service. The pastor gave word of knowledge. There is somebody here. You are trusting God for a child. You have had some delays in giving birth, but God is going to give you a seed that will cover your wasted years. He said as soon as the pastor said that, he knew it was that his friend. He said he took seed to go and give on behalf of that his friend. Lord, remember my friend. He said as he was coming to drop the seed, his friend was coming from this other side. The friend's wife was 3 of them met on the altar. By the time the baby came, after 1 month, the wife lost her period and found it with a baby. 3 children, triplet at once. Maybe the 3 of them that came to give the seed. But he was so burdened for his friend that you can go and give seed for his friend. That's friendship. That's friendship. Put it up, please. Let me finish. Again, if two lie together, then they have it. But how can one be warm alone? Verse 12. And if one prevail against him, 2 shall withstand him. For a threefold cord is not easily broken. Do your husband have friends? People that drink with you doesn't mean they are your friend. They can even poison you. Some of them are hanging around to get information to give to your enemies. The season of plenty is a season of the people that talked about Joseph. We are the friends he made in prison. Build powerful relationships that can make sure that your children don't cry when you are not around. God forbid 1,000 times. But if I go today, I'm not scared for my wife. I'm not scared for my children. You are rising. You can't watch my children see shame. The little time I have stayed with you, you feel, let money just enter my hand. I will show pastor. True or false, with all humility. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Some people crying at their deathbed. They are not crying because they are afraid of death. They are crying because they know what their wife is going to suffer when they go. How wicked his brothers are. How they will deal with the wife if he dies. That's the tears on the bed. But some people are smiling as they are going because they know their children are safe. They can remember this person, and say, no, I can rest in peace. Do you have friends? Is your name a padlock or is your name a key? That your son mentions your name. David Uwakwe. Was your pastor in Owerri 2025, 2026? He said, yes, get out from here. Get out before I call police for you. Wicked man. But you can also say, David Uwakwe, He said, some of Pastor Ifeanyi will say, well, come. No. You try to give you microbiology. No, you do medicine. Is it medicine you want to do? You say, yes, you have it. Your father was just a wonder. He was an angel in human being. Make up your mind not just to leave money, leave name for your children. A good name is better than riches. Your money will finish, but your name will keep ringing bell. So when he wanted to bless Abraham, he didn't just bless him with land. I will give you a name. I will make your name great. Fight for a good name. Stop doing business that will rubbish your name. I can stay this for a long time. Build friends who can stand with you in prayer, not just in gossip. See how they stay with you in your house for 1 hour, 2 hours, gossiping other people. But they can't stay in prayer for you like that. Those people are not friends. Who can go on mountain for you? Oh, no, Lord, this woman have been my friend, has married for 3 years, no child. Jesus, you must give her a child. And she takes 3 days retreat in a camp, even without telling you, with your picture there. Father, in the name of Jesus, open this womb, open this womb. Oh, to him that is connected to the living, there is hope. She's connected to me. She cannot miscarry again. And she's there crying. Do you have friends? Third thing you do in the season of plenty. Wow. Is selflessly invest in transforming other lives. Selflessly invest. 1 Samuel 22, 1-2. He said, these feeble men, 1 Samuel 22, 1 and 2. These ordinary people, hungry people, look at that. David therefore departed thence and escaped to the cave of Adullam. And when his brethren and all his father's house heard it, they went down thither to him. Look at those that came to him. And everyone that was in distress, everyone that was in debt, everyone that was discontented, gathered themselves unto him. And he became a captain over distressed, discontented, poverty-stricken people. Selflessly raise other people. If you can accommodate 3 people in your house, accommodate them, feed them. At a certain point, Pastor Norbert was in my house. At a certain point, King Sammy, our HOO, was living in our house. You see them committed now because there was a time. Now they are, if you now read 2 Samuel 23, he said, this be the mighty man of David. And then suddenly David said, oh, how my soul longs for water. In the camp of the Philistines, they say, you want water? We kill anybody to give you water. What are you talking about? They broke through the camp. Don't expect reward when you have not invested in people. Now you are commissioner. Now you are HOD. Now you are whatever. Who have you raised? They said, no, we can't be alive. And David said he wants to drink water. That day is coming. And I know it's coming. I'm building it. When I will say we need to buy, my mentor, I was talking with somebody, said to me, my mentor was praying for church increase. And God told him, look at where you are now. Every space has been used up. How can I increase you again? Go and get another land. And he said they found another land, 5 billion. A time is coming when I would find another land, 10 billion. And there will be sons that will say, our father cannot be thirsty. But now, if you are not with them in their rising, you will not be with them in their harvest. Parents, listen to what I'm saying. No, grow with your children. No, I go for PTA meeting with my wife. Oh, what I've seen, these children must mention my name. Oh, so I'm doing counseling. People that you finish counseling, they will go behind and gossip you. They are the ones that you are now sacrificing your children for them. Don't be that foolish. Be a present father, not just a cash giver. Be a present father. Go for their inter-house. Cheer them up. Your girl run and fall in the track. Run inside the track and carry her and say, you won. You won. When I was your age, I couldn't run like this. Carry her and go and buy her something as people are going home. Let her know that you are proud of her. Watch that girl grow to make you proud. One of the reasons why she can't have a boyfriend is that she cannot afford to break your heart. But there are some children doing their parents something, let it pain you. Pain you. Let me end. Have you learned something this morning? Impact people that cannot even be selfless about it. You will reap what you sow. Finally, study carefully people that have lived this transgenerational life. Study carefully. Hebrews 6:12. Let us be followers of them who through faith and patience has obtained. In ministry, we know there are seasons in ministry. You know that. And a way. Now you see Pastor Jerry. You see Joshua Selman. There was a time he was night of bliss everywhere, Pastor Chris. You understand what I'm saying? But have you noticed that even though Pastor Chris is not going around the whole world, his relevance cannot be disputed? Even though Bishop Oyedepo, you would think that season, their wave has passed. Everybody that is present is still going to pay homage to him. That's what I'm learning. What wisdom did they have that gave them transgenerational lifestyle? You can be alive and become a bad example. When people want to, he said, do you remember that pastor they call Pastor Ifeanyi? You're a reference point for failure. You have not died, you have become history. He used to. There's a businessman in Oriana. There's a politician. You don't know him. Oh, you don't know him. He contested for governor. You don't know that, and you don't know the person. And the person is still alive. But there are people, even though they be dead, yet speak it. Study them. Don't let arrogance kill you. Stop attacking people that what they have done in one lifetime. If they give you 100 years, you can't do it. Settle down. Well, how did he live his life? If somebody repeats something over and over again and gets the same result, it's no longer luck. He has mastered the principle. It's mastery. When I see Bishop Oyedepo, you see David Oyedepo Jr., you see Isaac Oyedepo, you see Love Oga, you see the 4 children. Everyone on fire is not luck. That's why I'm out here. That's using people's money. Build primary school. Build primary school. Run it effectively. The man is running universities, 2 universities. Every state of Nigeria has Kingdom Heritage Primary School, Kingdom Heritage Secondary School, and yet universities exploding. In the midst of the explosion of Covenant University as one of the top universities in Africa, church has not died. Miracles are still happening. Is somebody you can look at instead of learning. Social media is attacking him. Your eyes blinds to principles the man walked by. I was listening to his 70th birthday. He said, have you ever heard me reply mockers? He said, this week I was still in evangelism. I was on the streets this week. He said, God told me you can't bless yourself. There are 4 channels of the blessing. The blessing that comes from God. That one comes by obedience. He said there are parental blessings. Then there's the blessing of the prophet. My God. And I was studying all those things. He said, I don't talk to them. I don't reply them. I'm not even aware. They said I will not live to be 70. He said, I'm 71. They said the church, the way this church is growing too fast. It will soon disappear. Just give them 5 years. He said, by next year, will be 45. I'm listening to those things because through light will soon become the talk of the town. And people say, I don't even know what that boy is preaching. I don't even know why people are gathering there. Pew, pew, pew. I will not talk to you. He likes his wife too much. The way every time he talks about his wife, should I talk about you? Learn the principles. Everywhere I see Dr. Paul and going, he carries his wife. Is it because she's coming to preach? Your own, you are married. Nobody can ever know you are married. If they go through your social media platform, your wife's face has never showed for once. He said, I don't like putting my family in the public. You know what you are doing. I hope it is viewpoints of mine. Have I wasted your time? Look at another, say season is changing. If you are in a bad season, don't kill yourself. If you are in prison now, you soon be in the palace. If you are in the palace, remember that this same Joseph we are talking about, it was his bones they carried out of Egypt. Bones. It will change. Close your eyes and ask God to help you. I will not waste seasons. I will not waste time. Now money is coming. Can you and your wife now get a land? Now money is coming. Can you build? Now men are coming. Can you say yes to somebody and focus on your destiny? Now you have more time to pray. Now you have not started working. Can you start reading books? The time is going to come where every day you have ministration. Every day you have ministration. There is no time. Let me prepare. Let me take 1 week and fast because of this conference that is coming. Every week is a conference. The wisdom of Joseph. Please talk to him. That's why God brought you to this kind of church. You can't repeat the mistakes your father made. You can't repeat the mistakes your mother made. Ask God genuinely. I'll maximize seasons. I'll maximize time. I'll raise men. I'll be a blessing to my generation. I'll be intentional about my children. I'll be intentional about my wife. I'll be intentional about my husband. Please talk to him. Talk to him. Please talk to him. No matter your age, this teaching affects you. Father, I've poured your heart on them. I've shared the truth you shared with me. Let no one waste his life. I stretch my hands, I declare. Teach us to number our days, that time will not swallow time. That instead we'll keep getting better and better as the years pass by. In the name of Jesus Christ. No season of our life will be wasted. We receive the wisdom to maximize every season. I stand as your pastor and I bless you from my heart. The works of your hands are blessed. In the name of Jesus Christ. Give the Lord the praise in this house.